I'm here with Mr. Charles D. Moisant, Julian Reed, Tom Green, and Mr. Jerry Jackson. How you guys doing today?
Happy.
So, you guys go around the table. I'm gonna have you guys tell a little about each other's backgrounds and stuff like that. Starting with you, Charles.
Well, maybe I should start out with my foreground, but that would be 3 years later. My name is Charles D. Moisant of Silver Phoenix Entertainment, a 100% female-owned company. We publish horror and educational books, and that we'll talk about later. But I'm also have the good fortune of being the exclusive art creator for Off-Road Digs. We have about 13 artists. One of them, the lead artist I have on this project, his name is Pascal, a fascinating gentleman from Haiti who immigrated here to the U.S. and he's been having a good time. This has just been an incredible thing, and what I decided to do was try to give a good 60s feeling comic book style to it. A little over the top, everything is dramatic and it's incredibly fun.
Mr. Tom?
Maybe
Mr. Reed.
I'm Julian Reed. I do stunt choreography, teach kung fu, and write science fiction. And I created most of the devices that he is illustrating for Jerry and Tom here.
Yeah, especially a lot of names. He did a lot of names.
Oh, the names of all the devices.
Hey, do you got a pen in it?
I do. Somewhere in mine.
That's fine. Yeah, forgive me, I go to weird tangents, like squirrels are more clever than I am.
But glad I had a pen.
Do you have a pen, Travis? See, now it's interactive. What's your name, Travis?
I'm Michaela.
Hello, good, Michaela. You're awesome. This is your best friend in the whole world? Or your ooh. How about you, young lady? You have a pen I could use, or a pen?
Here we go.
Hey, you got one.
Oh, we got one. Thank you. I appreciate it, though. Kisses to you.
You knew I had to have one somewhere.
And you, Mr. Tom, what's your background?
Have you got 20 hours?
Oh, man. No.
Well, let's see. I did game design work in the 80s. I worked on Starfleet Battles and
Very good game, too.
Some stuff with Mayfair Games, and worked on the Robert Aspirin Myth Fortunes game for myself, Mayfair Games, which, because I was friends with Robert Aspirin and Darwin and Bill Fawcett and all those guys.
Yeah, we were.
And now Charles is actually doing the comic books for the Myth series. Sadly, Robert passed away. But
We love Robert. He was brilliant.
oh yes, he was.
When did he pass away exactly?
About 3 years ago.
Complications of sleep apnea. He had a massive stroke or heart attack as a result.
Heart attack.
He was a very good artist. I mean, author, and the Myth series was an incredible series. Jody's taking it over now, so.
That's
it's
his
still
wife?
going. No, Jody is actually Bill Fawcett's wife.
Okay.
But Jody and Bill Fawcett, Bill Fawcett wrote the contracts for the first ever charitable series, which was Space World. But I know he also,
He was also an accomplished fencer. Don't forget that.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Oh, did
Live
he
steel-
move stolen goods?
live steel fencer. At that.
No,
He
it
used,
was,
he used to,
the hurricane
he used
fences.
to live field stenciling with George Takei.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Back when he was in
Oh,
Star Trek days,
my.
like, he was on the set. Oh, wow, I told you.
You did know that?
Oh, my.
Yes.
Oh, my.
But after that, because of the Starfleet Battles and stuff like that, it went international, and I was signing autographs at conventions all across the country. And I was doing 40 shows a year, both as a retailer and a guest speaker.
Right.
And so when you're in that kind of environment and you're going
Told
to
you it'd be 20 hours.
when you're in that kind of environment, you're running into the same people every day. So first it started off with book writers and the publishing industry with Robert Aspirin and Bill and all that group. Then I got involved with the horror industry with people like Rick Stevens and Kane Hodder and
And would you do any movies with that?
I did movies later, long after that. I worked on a movie with Faye Dunaway and David Carradine.
Oh, wow. Blade David Carradine.
Yeah, and he's, I miss him too. So.
I like him.
Well, he was a happy drunk. Come on. I mean, I did like him. He and his daughter, Owen, she's just. Her dad raised her. She was down to earth and just whatever. And then I was working on my own TV series at Steve Harvey Studios.
From Family Feud, the original back in the day. What was it called?
No, this was only a few years back.
Few years back.
It was called Creep FM.
Okay.
Was a, and it may get revived with another company
Really?
out in California. So we'll see.
Great.
And that's where a lot of my humor. I write comedy. I write comedy in both my stories, my games, and so there's a lot of jokes in this game. So, but that's the background. There's more.
What about you, Mr. Jared?
Actually, I do have a day job. I'm a hardware analyst at a bank.
That's
But,
cool. Yeah, man, HP is money.
Yeah, but when I'm doing that, I'm not doing that for board gaming writing. I've actually written a book,
Okay.
No Good Deed. You can find it on Amazon and Bain Books.
What's the book
No
about?
good deeds.
It's about a paladin who is working with his church and everything, and thinks he's doing a good job until he gets betrayed and discovers no good deed goes unpunished, and then he tries to take over the world.
Wow.
Changes his attitude.
Yeah, he has an attitude adjustment as a result.
What's your contribution to the game?
My contribution game is I've also helped with some of the naming and game design, and also a lot of editing of the rules.
Right.
I did a lot of heavy editing of the rules.
So you're the guy who created all the rules in that.
I didn't create them. I created some of them.
We work together.
But
as a
all three of us work
collaboration,
together on that
But
one.
the thing is he's the one that's making sure that when we find a problem, that he rewrites it and makes sure that.
See, he created the rules and he's done the rewrite. Everybody knows the rewrites where the headaches come.
Yeah, and then what is this? Okay, no, this rule makes no sense whatsoever. We need to fix that. Or, but we just discovered
Or we
this part's
need to-
broken.
or
If we do this, it's going to totally break the game. So we can't do that. How about this instead?
Now, how does the game work? Who would be the best one to describe that, or which one?
These two.
These two.
Mhm.
You know,
Let's tell us
Now, just so the secret, how they would share the notes, they would actually spoon. And
about-
then they'd whisper in each other's ears, and the one would write.
Again, you weren't supposed to tell anybody that. I told you that in confidence.
Oh, in Kafka, what?
Wow.
And one thing Jerry also forgot to mention is
Yeah.
the simple fact that just recently we had a issue with the time because the game was lasting 6 hours.
Yeah.
And so Jerry came up with the idea of simultaneous play, where we do the play, each phase at the same time, and that's cut the
So it comes
the
out
time.
like 3 hours or 2 hours? That's
Yeah, but like there are like 14 phases, so rather than like you collect your money, then you do your upkeep and do this, I was like, yeah, everybody collects money.
Yeah.
And
So it
then
just
everybody
speeds
does
it
upkeep,
along.
yeah.
Yeah. And-
Then everybody does.
and
And that
first-
has cut it down and it's also made it a lot more fun to play because it keeps it more interactive.
And we were kind of afraid that it might be a conflict in some of the rules, but
Actually, it makes it a lot more smoother.
when we did it around great. Well, okay, you're asking about the gameplay. These cards are on these planets. You have these various planets. The game starts out where you get dealt 2 sponsor cards and 2 mission cards, and you choose which one you want each. Obviously, trying to make a what you got to find, and which is the best of the 2 sponsors to take. So then you take the sponsor. The sponsor goes face up.
Okay.
The mission card you keep secret because these are the items you have to find within the game.
You check them off or do anything like, how do you like
Oh, you'll have them.
Oh, you got the card.
You'll have the cards.
Yeah, eventually we want to try to get this to like some type of easel or something, so that as you fulfill it, you'll put the cards on them.
That, for
Oh, wow.
example, might be a Kickstarter extra.
Yes. Yeah,
Yeah.
basically something where
That'd be kinda cool.
where it has both your cards and your things.
Yeah, so you're seeing it. So you're seeing it like this, so nobody else can see what you're doing.
That's your
You're like-
mission control.
You're like, okay, yeah, and you say, okay, I need to put
Yeah,
the card.
that's the mission you gotta find.
So,
All those, these are the items you find, and these are the list of the best places to search for those items.
So on those planets.
Yeah,
Yeah.
those particular planets.
so of course you don't want your opponent getting the pieces you want,
Right.
and you don't want them getting the ones they want.
but even if you do, there's a way around that in the game.
Yeah.
There's several ways around that in the game, actually.
Well, there's a lot of insanity in the game because there's events. The events deck can change things in the game drastically. And
As well as the spine.
Oh yeah, you should tell us fine.
Yeah, when you corporate.
Yeah, actually, the easiest way to do it is probably just go through the credit sequence, go through all the different phases.
Yeah, go ahead.
First thing you do, collect money. Everybody gets 10 credits. Now there are sponsors that'll that can add credits for you.
Yeah.
Next
Imperial
is-
Galactium gets 2 extra credits per turn.
Next is upkeep. You have things like equipment and you have people. Like flip one of those guys over.
Yeah. Personnel at the star base, you flip over 2, that people can hire to increase their.
These are different like levels, like
Right.
what do you mean,
Yeah.
power levels or.
Yeah,
Well,
but
yeah,
if you
like
don't
if
pay
you-
them, you lose them.
Yeah, basically these add to the dice rolls when you're rolling for
Plus one.
for a diglet side, or if you're rolling for spine. In that case, they've got a good spine. This one's a big dig side one. But you have to hire this personnel, and then each term you have to have an upkeep keep paying
So
him.
it's paying them to go do the work to
Yeah,
get it.
Right.
Yeah, or he's going to leave. He's just going to walk off the job.
We've got some obscure pieces like we had a zombie like right there.
Yeah.
So tell about how those like pieces work.
Okay, these are the cards that you're actually trying to find
Right.
in the process. The corpse soldier reanimator basically is used to animate dead corpses of either side of the war to turn them into temporary armies. The rotting smell alone can disable the enemy. And it has an ability in which you can place a spy token on this card on your spy phase, and these tokens can only be used for the defense against spy
And you can
attacks.
send them over to different planets and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Well, you send them to other people, basically.
Other people.
Yeah,
then.
Yeah.
the general idea here is that you're digging for lost technologies from other previous civilizations, alien civilizations. You're trying to, and you have to research to find a way to use the tech, find out what it does, and then you put those pieces together to.
Create your own-
How do you
Yeah,
win?
create your
How do you
own
win the
weapon.
game? Like, who collects the most pieces? Or how do
No,
you-
no, no. The way you win the game is by fulfilling all of these guys,
Okay.
getting all, and then you do what's called a construction roll.
Construction.
And that's when you
Yeah.
build this secret weapon that you get.
Oh, so you
You
put
can
all the
build it.
pieces and you build it together. And you
Right.
can blast all your other
But
plans.
now when you're trying to do that construction, everybody's going to come after you.
That's awesome.
Yes.
So and of course you kind of automatically win if you're the only one to develop your ultimate weapon that turn.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Like us
Well, they
developing
check
the
them.
atomic bomb first.
Yeah.
We collected uranium, the mad scientist, the plates, things like that. So,
So
because-
that's like a checkmate.
Oh wait, no, heavy water is the H-bomb.
Yeah.
and why do we want the players want the ultimate weapon, guys?
Because we're getting rid of the Paldonians.
And what are the Paldonians? Because they sound like they should be pals.
Well, the Paldonians is this race that has come into the star system,
Into our area of the
into our
galaxy.
area of the galaxy, and they basically came in and said, "Look, we're going to protect you. We're going to help protect you, but you're going to be under our rule if we do this." And most people said, "Hey, that sounds good."
It'd be a
Others said,
shame if your planet blew up.
yeah, basically.
We'll
And,
feed and we'll protect.
and so in the first story,
Don't take the debris field.
in the first storyline of the comic book,
Yes.
Charles will be entering in the actually as a
Prequel.
prequel.
Comes with the
Which-
game, too, right?
Yeah, it comes with the
And
game too, and it
You're writing the
explains.
main script. Excellent.
So you have artwork you was talking about, but do you have some that you wanted to show?
Yeah, it's on your phone.
Photographer can zoom in on this. How does this get back? So we got.
Hey, get
There
behind
it goes.
us, photographer, and then that way I can help show and
Yeah.
explain.
Show them that.
All right. Some of the cards, these are artifact cards because we're developing things. For example, this is a rough for Cassandra computer, but they want something more bipedal. So we may mix this. That might be her chest. So you could actually like go up there and program her chest. Kind of like a goofy '60s thing. Shards of a neutron star, so that may have power of graviton force. Again, a multi-phase 40 array antenna, so you could listen to future things, and then those are great for spies. Again, pneumatic circuit, whatever that's used for. That's the regenerator. So let's say you get killed, boom, you'd be resurrected, and still you do your job. Matter to antimatter converter, the ultimate fuel tank, so it can convert anything you need. You could put in like garbage, and it'll turn into fuel. You could put in a nuclear pellet, it'll turn into fuel. You could put in your own blood. Right. Energy, master's
Banana
energy.
peels. Wait a minute.
The ultimate bolt that can be used to put together anything.
That one actually has a
Alien
nice
artifact.
description.
Crazy stuff. A temporal flywheel. So basically you could store temporal energy and continue on. So these are some of the crazy things you could dig on these planets. And the thing that I'm understanding too, which is kind of neat, is all these planets, are basically uninhabited except for wildlife or things like that. They're dead worlds, or civilization.
Yeah, and actually the hazmat zone, which is a planet.
Where's that
It's
Up here.
Somewhere.
There it is.
this is it, hazmat zone.
Is that like you have to wear a hazmat suit? It's like
Yeah,
Right.
Yeah,
and you can buy there's a card in the vending that gives you a free hazmat suit, but that's what's left of Earth.
Yeah.
oh wow. For that wow.
Well, as a matter of fact, in the story, the alien character talking to the professor goes, "Oh, hazmat board, yeah, very, very bad. Nothing there but those mutants and those radiation and let's just stay away from there."
Yeah.
So that is literally Earth. And
Yeah,
this is all
that's what's left of Earth.
Yeah.
Now,
In fact, it was
talking
because
about
it
the
comes from one
universal,
of the series.
Right.
talking about the universal fuel tank. Here's the description on this. This tank can hold any source of fuel, including matter, antimatter. However, it is generally considered unstable for most daily applications. Not recommended for use on warp drive systems, except in the extreme emergency situations, like, say, perhaps the end of the universe, or if you're late for dinner with your pod mate. In that case, you want to get home fast.
Yeah. So as you can tell with some of the descriptions, there's kind of the tongue-in-cheek of the '60s.
Yeah, lots of
In the
fun.
50s.
You guys have a Kickstarter and some links for that. Like,
It's not developed yet. What we're doing is after the artwork is developed and it's fully firm, because we want to design the board and see how functionality with the board is. For example, with him mentioning the hazmat, I need to put debris here to denote that this is dead Earth, to make it a little more obvious, because these two look identical and it doesn't have the same impact. This is an older version.
Yeah, this is
Right.
like
If you got the
this is almost a year old.
Right. The other version of the board, there's more color to it. Things are a little looser. Right. There's debris in here, so on and so forth.
You can think of this as an alpha version.
Right. Right. So and there's only one in existence. So someday this will go very valuable. Again, that could be a Kickstarter prize. Only 5 copies of the alpha version done. But what's been really fun with the game mechanics and when I saw some high school girls, a couple of twins playing, it was interesting how quickly one of them became my enemy. The other one, we formed a temporary alliance to screw over her sister and 2 other people. And then as it got deeper on, then we turned on each other. and she won, but it was very close. It was just a bad die roll for me. I couldn't activate something. She did the die roll, she activated it.
wow.
Yeah, it couldn't have anything to do with the fact that teenage girls are very devious.
Yes.
So when do you guys expect to have the Kickstarter or the Indiegogo?
We're expecting about 4 to 6 months from now.
Okay. There's a website we can find out more about this. You were saying.
We've got a Facebook page that
It's under the title of Galactic Academy.
No, off-world dig.
Off-world digs. Off-world
Yeah.
digs.
Galactic Academy is where you sell cards that you don't need, but at the same time, other players can buy them. So you may sell something that somebody else needs.
Thank you. I just won the game.
I just won the game.
That's kind of the money generating engine of the game, but it's also another way to find things without necessarily having to dig in. It's like, oh man, I don't need this, and then,
So
I
you
need
just
this,
put
so
it
they'll buy it from there, at a for a slight fee, because the Galactic
slight
Academy researched and did all the work for you. We can't just give it to you.
Yeah, of course. For-profit academy.
And it's always better to sell something if you can, rather than have to discard it because you have too many cards in your hand.
Yeah.
Right.
You've got a limit of 4 cards in your hand, and if you don't use them, you lose them.
Do you have any questions about the functionality of this? We're also going to put links on the Kickstarter campaign onto silverphoenix.net, as well as developing the web page. So right now you're at literally the alpha stage of the game.
Prototype.
Yep.
After.
This is literally the
This
prototype.
is a playable.
Yeah.
The only question I have was how you won the game. I was pretty not any questions. Well, guys, it was a pleasure talking with you. You guys have a good day.
Take care, and thank you very
Thank
much.
you so much.
Good meeting
Thank
you.
you for telling me about this, Mr. Jerry.
Thank you.
This is Owen with SciFiction.com.